This video is about preparing my Saltram Saga 36 for the Golden Globe race in 2026. I'm after sailing down from Dingle in the west of Kerry, the beautiful Wild Atlantic Way, down to lovely Grand Tara Hall in Forteventura. With just under a year to the start of the race, which will start on the 6th of September in 2026, I'm here in Grand Tara Hall in Forteventura. I had a lovely sail down, took 12 days, close to it, and I learnt more jobs that have to be done. I knew before I left a few of them, but I discovered a few more, which is very important. Nothing major, but everything is important. I found that out in 22. So I spent the first few days tidying the boat. I put up my Irish flag and my Spanish courtesy flag. It's fantastic to be able to work here in low humidity and lovely temperatures. So here's the sink and cooker and all that. The chart table. This is my dump, always has been. My wife will arrive tomorrow, so that might change. I suppose a bit of a bachelor pad, but I'm not a bachelor. So I have salad and stuff and that, so I have the boat tidied up as much as possible. It's looking good. Quite comfortable to live on. After tidying up, I started working on the areas first. The two struts here need replacing. They're damaged on the end and a tiny bit short. They have to fit over this. The bore of the aluminium pipe is 25mm. The outside diameter is 38mm and they're 1.2 metres long. I hope to be able to get them in the Canaries. I failed in Ireland, but I didn't over try. If there's a problem anyway, I can get them in from the main areas dealer in Amsterdam. They're very obliging. It's really important to get this area self-steering right, and I will. It's nearly there. I'm blessed to have a span new one and a fully reconditioned old one that I will carry as a spare. So I'd like to thank Michael Egan and his lovely wife, who has passed, Cathy, for supporting me in buying it. And I'd like to thank Eastway for importing it from Amsterdam for me. I'm looking forward to getting everything perfect. I do believe I will have the best self-steering system in the Golden Globe Racing 26. It was made specially for me with all brass bushings. It's state-of-the-art. So thank you again, Aries. I will come back to the Aries later in this video when it's all back together in the back of the boat and ready for my sail home in the spring. I'll get another good test of it in the spring. You can see the brass bushings there. Quite warm out there today. It's fantastic. So before I started working the Aries, actually I started working on the hydrogenerator. My ocean power hydrogenerator, German engineering, has worked really well for 27,000 miles. I took it off and I had to move it down deeper before I put it back on. This is because the boat is now lighter, as I have removed a lot of items that are not needed for the race. I will be going out sail training, but also I will sail train on my way back home to Ireland with all these items, including the hydrogenerator, but not until the spring. I will email Ocean Power later today looking for some replacement parts that I feel would be good to change. But for now, I think this is a job off the list. Two friends, Owen and Christian, came on the trip from Dingle down to Forteventura with me. It was great to get their input and their knowledge and their company. During the trip down, the boat was approximately the same weight with the cargo on board as it will be for the start of the Golden Globe race. We had a full fuel tank, over 600 litres of water, a lot of food and other items I brought down for friends. You can see some here. So I was only delighted to be able to help people. I also brought down 2 sails for other people and lots of other bits and pieces. The sail down was approximately 1,500 miles. This is so important to prepare for the Golden Globe race, to get your chance to figure out exactly what needs doing and what needs fine-tuning. And I really enjoyed it, and it was great to have the help and support of my friends. Hopefully before I fly home on the 26th of November, which is just nearly 2 weeks away, I will get another bit of sail training down here. But my main last trip home will be my last chance to do some really proper sail training, and this is so important for the Golden Globe race. The sail home in the spring will be approximately 2,000 miles long, because I'll sail out to the Azores in a fetch, a headwind, and then I will sail through the Azores high and back up to Ireland. I'm looking forward to it. I'm wishing my life away, but the Golden Globe race is coming around fast. My next job now is to move my life raft to a safer place. It's a bit vulnerable up here, up on top of the deck. So I'm going to move it down below, probably in the quarter berth. I will also remove this timber frame, which will leave room for solar panels on the deck in front of the hatch. To fit my 300 watt solar panels, I will also have to remove the vents. Unfortunately, I had to travel home last week, but I got a few jobs done on the boat before I left. The two vents and the timber frame to hold the life raft have been removed. I had to fill the holes with blanks. These blanks are made of 100% waterproof MDF. Really fantastic stuff. I get it in Noax Newman's. I think they call it Sequoia. I fitted them in using epoxy. The West Epoxy system is good. I get it from Union Chandlery in Cork. Once the blanks are epoxied in, I touched up the paintwork and I started fitting the solar panels. Using special fittings, I bought the wires from the solar panels straight to the deck, so all connections will be inside. During the 22 race, I had to redo a lot of the connections on the deck, but now all the connections are inside and my control boxes are in a way drier place. I will have two battery banks, one under the starboard bunk that is 500 amp hours. This will be charged by the engine, the hydrogenerator and the 300 watt panels on the deck. The other battery bank in the head will be 240 amp hours and will be charged by the solar panels and the lifelines. Between the solar and the hydrogenerator, I had plenty of power last time and I expect it to be even better this time, so that's all good. Because I had to return home from Grand Tara Hall early, the video won't finish the way I expected. There's a painting I did when I got engaged, 1979. That's the painting that's going to be in the raffle in the spring of next year. There's my father on the wall. But yeah, so I will finish off the video with just a little synopsis of my opinion of the race now. I was a little green when I entered the 2022 Golden Globe race. I think I'm a lot wiser now. I learned an awful lot in the years since. There are four of the 2022 skippers back in the race. Damien with PRB, a fantastic boat. Guy de Boer with Spirit, another really powerful boat. And Edward, Polish Canadian with a Rustler, really fantastic sailor, and myself. I think we have a slight advantage over the others in the sense we have made the start and we have the knowledge of our experience in the 22 race. It's only a small advantage, but yeah. After 2026 Golden Globe race starts, we sail out of the Bay of Biscay, down the North Atlantic, down the South Atlantic, and into the Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean will be all new for me. I did about 1,200 miles in the 22 race, but without storms. So this is going to be an interesting time for me, the Southern Ocean, the Indian Ocean and the Pacific, around Cape Horn and up. I am privileged to have the chance to live my dream. Sailing in all kinds of weather, which I do love. Actually, it's easier to sail in a storm than it is to sail in the calms, especially when you're racing. And the boat I have is really safe and comfortable. And I feel quite confident with it. You know, it's such a safe boat. And I have seen all different kinds of weather in it, up to maybe 60 knots. But I haven't seen the real storms of the Southern Ocean. I've seen equivalent winds off the west coast of Ireland when I fished over winters. I have been out in hurricane force winds off the west coast of Ireland over winters, but that's totally different to sailing in the Southern Ocean. In the 3 previous Golden Globe races, 45 people have entered and only 9 have finished. No matter how well you prepare, you do need a bit of luck. But the more I prepare, the luckier I will be. My new Rolly Tasker sails are in FLI Global down in Waterford. I will go down and collect them in a few days. Your sails are your engine, and I have a Formula 1 engine for the Golden Globe race with the FLI sails that were made by Rolly Tasker. So I'd like to thank Michael Flynn for supplying the sails for me. I'd like to thank Rolly Tasker for their effort in making them. And I'd particularly like to thank Frank McNamara from Eastway in Limerick. His generosity knows no bounds. There's a lot of other people who've been really generous, and it isn't fair not to mention them, but such is life. I know Jimmy Flannery has been fantastic, and so many other people. This race is really about finishing. It's survival and arrival. So hopefully I can finish. I'm doing everything I can to prepare the boat to finish, and that's all I can do really. Once the boats get to Tristan da Cunha, all the way across the Indian Ocean and Pacific and around Cape Horn, that is the dodgiest part. Once every bit of equipment holds up before and after that. And I believe mine will. So we need a bit of luck going across there. As I said, the more we prepare the boat, the luckier we will be, because the boats are able for it, especially with the area self-steering I have. So I feel confident, but I felt really confident in the 22 race as well. So it is a gamble, it is a chance, but to live your dream, you have to take that chance. The Golden Globe race is a race sailing by the seat of your pants. No outside communication, so I won't be able to talk to my wife and family for 8-9 months. I won't know where the other boats are for most of the race. Out of contact with the world. Navigating with the sun, the moon, the stars. No modern equipment, no water makers. Wind-up clocks. No CD players. Tape cassette music. And it's actually living the dream. So I'm looking forward to getting back down to my boat probably early December and getting a lot of jobs done. I will come home for Christmas, but I hope to spend a good bit of time down in the Canaries and with my boat in the spring. So I'll leave you with this. When I was young, I was poor, but thanks to sailing, dedication and all that goes with it, I'm no longer young.